My reaction to RWBY Volume 4, Chapter 11. Last time on RWBY, we heard Ren and Nora's backstory. So, Kuroyuri, the town that Ruby and John went to, I think used to be Ren and Nora's hometown. Although they mentioned a place before, Oniyuri, but so they knew about that place, but that's not actually where they were from. He knew about Grim attacking the place and he said not any one. Does he mean one specifically Grim attacked that place? Because in his flashback we saw that there was a centaur like Grim that came to invade their home. Of course he was also accompanied by a few Nevermore as well. So is that centaur Grim alone responsible for what happened to their home? Is that what that big footprint was there for? Maybe it wasn't like a. Maybe it's not a tribe symbol like a raven's tribe. Maybe it's actually that centaur grim that attacked Nora and Ren's home, Kuroyuri. So we saw a bit of what Ren used to be like before the grim attack. He used to always be too scared to take action, and his father used to tell him to be brave. His father was to always hunt for animals, but he wasn't a huntsman and they couldn't fight. And when the grim attacked, they had to flee. I don't remember if he went back to face it or if he ran. I think he ran himself. He kept Ren somewhere safe and then went off to face the thing himself, and I don't think he came back. I have to watch that scene again just to be sure, but I don't think he came back. So when Ren tried to be brave, his aura activated, and even though Nora was so scared, when she was wrapped around Ren's aura, for some reason, that Grim couldn't sense them, despite Nora being afraid and crying. So I think maybe Ren's semblance that he can mask negative emotions and prevent Grim from detecting them. Because Nora was scared and crying, well, not very loudly though, but yet the Grim still was able to find her. They weren't able to find them, and so after that, they both got away and they've been protecting each other ever since. They made it to the top of the mountain where they found a flag that was in Shion village, and they saw that a battle used to be there and a lot of people dead. And then they saw something else in the forest somewhere, some monster. Maybe it's a grim that attacked the village. I'm not sure, but yeah. So it was an all Ruby episode last time, and okay. So maybe in this episode they'll see what's going on with that grim that's going out of the village, or not going out of the village, but maybe they'll meet the grim that attacked their hometown and had to fight or something. But let's see how that turns out. Also, I think last time was also when Oscar finally decided to leave home. They didn't show him telling his aunt before he left. He just left, and now he has to find a way to make money. Hazel showed up and lent him a hand for a bit, and Oswald told Oscar that Hazel is someone not to be taken lightly. So for now, Oscar is fine. He got onto a train, but now he doesn't know what to do next. He has to find a way to make some money if he wants to get somewhere. But for now, let's see if we continue with Team Ranger with trying to track down that Grim, or if we'll go to one of the other girls instead. Well, there's only two more episodes left in the season, so I assume that we'll have to. But time to find out. This is RWBY, Volume 4, Chapter 11, Taking Control. The episode is starting right now. Loud right now, sorry. That was the phone. Na 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 na. Tu anima. We fix our world on our way to a happy. Alright, they start to find us some medicine. I wanna see what it's going to do. Is she gonna escape or what? Maybe. Is son going to be okay? I hope he doesn't die. And Yang got another armor. She seems useful again. We haven't seen these two yet. Salem. What's that thing on her forehead? Let's just live. Okay, let's see now. Oh, what's that? Who is this? Who is this? Oh, Cinder. Why is she fighting some Grim? Wait, what happened to her arm? She. What happened to her arm? It's so small. Oh, that's one that was in the trailer. Well, not trailer, but the character short.
Enough.
Just one shot like that.
I
Say,
thought you were the girl that wanted power. Did you lie to me? Then stop holding back.
is she holding back?
If you wish to master your new powers, you must.
What? Is it Emerald Mercury? Oh no. Tyrion. His tail. Right. Ruby cut it off.
Tyrion. Your task. Were you successful?
No. But hope is not lost. My tail, my stinger, I poisoned him. Crow. He will not be a nuisance to you any longer. No, no longer. I've done that. Have I done well? Have I pleased you?
No, you have not.
The last eye is blinded. You disappoint me.
Nope. Tyrion is in trouble. Oh gosh, what happened to... Oh, a Grim is attracted to you. Cinder. Oh, what was that? Was that you? Oh gosh. Oh, you're not hitting it very hard. You're just doing. You're having so slowly, but still, it's getting the point across, so it's fine. He's crying. Gosh. Oh, and he's back. Look at Cinder. She's worried about him. And I've seen her make that face before about anyone. Now, why did they keep showing us that moon? Oh, Yang? Looks like oh no, she's painting it. Oh, look at that. Yellow. Her bike? So is she finally going to leave? Is she finally also to get back out there? A yellow bike.
I don't remember saying that you were ready.
Tang.
Oh yeah?
You see?
You gonna try and stop me?
No. I think I just told you sore after our last fight.
Ah.
I just wanted a better goodbye than the letter. And I also have a question.
Where are you
Where are
going?
you going?
Yeah.
What do you need?
Well, despite asking him numerous times not to, I know that Crow told you where your mother's been at these days.
Ah.
I know how much you want to see her. I've stopped you in the past. I don't want you more. And we both read the note. We know your sister is headed to Mistral. So,
Oh.
where are you going?
Well, Yang. Ah, come on. Wise. She's sneaking out? Is she sneaking out? I thought you escaped through the hole that you made in the house. Sorry, in the room. I thought you escaped through the hole you made in the house. I thought you escaped through the hole you made in the room. Not out through the front door. You made the hole and you want to go out through the front. Okay. Your heels are surprisingly silent, Wise. Normally they're making a lot of noise, but this time they're not. Wait, no. No, there we go, sorry. Why you take off your shoes and walk? Your footprints may not.
Master Whitley, yes, of course.
Master Whitley.
I'll be just a
Whitley.
moment.
Oh, nice.
Head to the first floor library. I'll meet you there.
First floor library. Okay, Wise. First floor library.
You need to control yourself. You're talking to me about.
I'm good. You're gonna rape your Wise.
I am basing everything on my reports from your daughter. Daughter, you stole! We are not getting to that.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Oh,
we have far
Winter.
more pressing matters to discuss. starting
Winter.
with our apparent lunacy. Doc!
Winter is one of my best. If she's telling me there's a threat in Mistral, then I'm not going to take that news lightly.
She's been there for weeks.
Weeks?
People are immobilized, sudden spikes in weapons and dust rays. Someone is about to make a play, and I do not trust Leo to stop them.
You've never trusted anyone other than yourself.
And for good reason.
What this? Oh, okay.
If Oz had just listened to me from the start,
What do you mean?
you need to get a grip.
For once he's right.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
For once he's right, Ironwood.
Our people need protection. By this time next week, the Kingdom of Atlas will be officially closing its borders.
What?
No one in, no one out, without the Council's permission. You mean without your permission? And if that becomes the case, I think you'd want to be on my good side.
Ironwood, come on. Look, I know you mean well, but you've always been excessive. That's proof. You're definitely being excessive. Hide, Wise, hide! He's gonna open the door. Wise, run!
It's locked. What are you talking about?
Wise, what are you doing? Run! Wise, why did you lock the door? Wise, why?
Klein! Klein, where are you?
Oh,
Keep your voice down. I told you I'd be here.
Wise. Wise.
Are you sure Mistral is safe?
No.
No. But it's where I'll find Winter.
I suppose you'll be the only family you have left after tonight.
No.
I'll always have you.
Mm.
Most certainly will.
Yes. Now hurry, run!
Go.
Run, Wise, run. Take everything and go. Okay, we have it. Don't time! Wise, go! Wise, go!
Thank you, Klein.
Wise, go! Okay, Wise, now. Leave. Head to Mistral. Sorry, but you need to have time. Meanwhile, over here. Oh, Sun! So, is he okay? Like I know he doesn't cover much, but he's very. You haven't seen him completely shirtless. Like, he's awake.
This is why, son. This is why I left them all behind.
What are you? Wait. Where am I?
I am done seeing my friends hurt because of me.
Blake.
Shut up!
What?
Do you think I like being alone? Every day I think about them. Ruby, Weiss, Yang,
Especially Yang.
they were my friends. I left them like I never thought I could love anybody. And I hope they hate me for leaving.
Why?
You don't mean that.
Yes, I do! Everyone thinks they can help me, but they can't. You saw Ilya last night, and she is not even the worst.
Adam?
No. No more. They're better off without me. I make my choices, and I'll deal with the consequences because they belong to me.
You think you're being selfless, but you're not.
Son.
Yeah. That chameleon friend of yours got me pretty good. But I'd do it all again if it meant protecting you. And I can promise Yang would say the same. You can make your own choices, sure. But you don't get to make ours.
Okay.
When your friends fight for you, it's because we want to.
Yep.
So stop pushing us out.
Thank you, son.
It's more than anything the bad guys could ever do to us.
Thank you, son. Yeah, that's exactly why. That's the reason Yang was unhappy.
But if it makes you feel any better, the next time I go up against Lizard Girl, it won't be for you. It'll be to get even.
Yeah. Glad to see you're back.
My hero.
She said it. And now these two used
Oh
up.
dear! Look at that!
And now these two used up.
Thank goodness!
Golly, please.
Mom!
Hey, Mrs. B!
I guess
What
she's
are you doing?
no wonder she likes son.
Well, sweetheart, your father needed to speak with the two of you.
The two of them.
I'm afraid you were right to be suspicious.
What do you mean?
What's on it?
Adam Taurus is planning to overthrow the leader of the White Fang and stage a full-scale attack on
What?
the Haven Academy.
On
The
Haven.
fall of Beacon all over again.
On
Not if we destroy the White Fang.
Haven
Once and for
Academy.
all.
No.
What do you mean no?
We're not going to destroy the White Fang.
Then?
We're going to take it back.
Oh. How are you gonna do that? Okay, meanwhile we're back here. Again we're seeing all four in an episode.
And again,
What happened? Okay.
What are you guys doing here?
did you hear that noise? What was that?
Ren.
No.
Ren, what is it?
Wait. Do you guys hear that?
Where is it?
Ren?
Where is it, Ren? Oh! Oh dear! Is that the one? Is that the one? Is it right behind you or? Oh, it's the same one, isn't it? Whoa! Oh gosh! Look at this thing. Wait, is that it? No! Whenever it's a long black screen, that's when the episode ends. Incline. Okay, so that was a penultimate episode of RWBY Volume 4. Only one more episode left. First, we find Salem and Cinder. Cinder is trading her new powers by battling against a group of Grimm. She also battled a gorilla looking Grimm that Ruby fought in the Volume 4 character short, and she just took it down with one fire blast. She shot fire out of her hand and that took her out. I noticed that her left arm seemed to be a lot smaller than her right arm. Like her right arm, we were able to see all the way, but her left arm was like covered in something and it's moving around, but it looks like it's only up to here or something. It is like just do this or something and do this. I don't know what happened to her arm because we know that she lost her eye, but they never said anything about her arm. So I don't know what that is about. And Tyrion, he started crying over Salem's disappointment, and then Grim sensed his sadness and came after him. And then he started just attacking the Grim, and he was still crying. And then he returned to his former self, and Cinder was surprised back by it. Like, she seemed like she was shocked or something. Like, I've never seen that scared look on her face before, because that was pretty insane. Like, something like that, I guess. Okay, so that happened. And then Yang painted her new arm yellow and is all set to leave, but she hasn't told her father yet. Well, we haven't heard her say where exactly she's going. Is she going out to find Raven or is she going after Ruby, who they know is headed to Mistral? She put that in the note and maybe that's where she's going. Or maybe she's going to find Raven. I don't know. And then Weiss, after she made a hole in her room, she for some reason decided to sneak out some other way, like through another back exit. Maybe if she went through the room, she'd be spotted in the courtyard or something. Assuming they have a courtyard. No, I think they did. So if she went out through her room, they may spot her in the courtyard or something. But this way, maybe she can safely leave her house without anybody finding out. I'm so glad Klein was there to help her out. He and Winter are probably the only family she has now. So according to Ironwood, Winter is in Mistral, where I think they've now been made aware about the upcoming attack on Haven Academy. So Ironwood is saying that they should go at it right now. Just a second. So Ironwood is saying that they should go at it right now. Something. He seems so upset about it. 1 minute. Yikes. So he knows about the incoming attack on Mistral thanks to what Winter told him, and now he just as impatient as always and wants to act straight away. And I forgot what he said about Ospen. For once, I actually agree with this man. He is losing it, and he always gets impatient whenever he hears that there's a threat. Whenever he hears a threat, he just deploys all military force and gets impatient. And Glinda and Ospen have never really liked that about him. Sometimes he can get a bit like I get that he means well, but sometimes he can get a bit excessive in his methods, and that can end up leading to more harm than good. Like his heart has always been in the right place. That I agree with. I just think he sometimes acts a bit too much, like acts too quickly or gets impatient. Like he gets impatient and just sends out and goes all in straight from the beginning. He's like so desperate to stop a threat before it gets too far out of hand, and that would be the preferable outcome. But in the Fall of Beacon, that backfired on him big time. He brought in this huge fleet of ships to Vale, and they were taken over, and it made the attack even worse. They had to stop the ship and do everything. When yeah, that could possibly happen again over here. And knowing him, he would have probably had his security system upgraded and made it harder for someone to hack into it. But that doesn't mean it won't eventually happen again. He has to be careful and think about this. He can't just go send in all troops as soon as he even hears about a threat. That's not going to solve it. Well, it may scare them off, but well, actually no, they're not scared of it. So yeah, it didn't work last time, and he has to be careful about it. That's what I think about it. Okay, so now he's closing Atlas, and without his approval, since he has 2 seats on the council, no one's going in or out of Atlas. So if Worth wants to escape, now's her time. And after she does, her father won't be able to come after her again. So West says she's going to Mistral to meet up with Winter and help her out. Maybe those two will finally work together, and last time we saw Winter, she was actually very supportive of Wise, so maybe she'll be there to welcome her, or maybe she'll try to protect her sister from all this, or maybe she'll find a meetup with Team Ranger and join them instead. I don't know where Yang is going though. Maybe she'll join up with them. I'm not sure. And back in what is it? Menagerie, Sun finally woke up, and I think this is the first time we've seen him shirtless. Like he's never always covered much. They've always shown his abs, but I think that's the first time he's ever truly been shirtless, and I don't know. I kind of like it. And so Blake said, and I kind of guess this actually, but Blake said the real reason why she left was because she couldn't handle the guilt of her friends getting hurt because of her. She thinks she's always the reason the people around her get hurt. Yang also Sun got injured with Ilya, but Sun told Blake that she can make her own choices, but she can't make other people's choices for them. They'll make their own choices and she can't stop them. And what hurts them more than what the bad guys can do to them is the fact that Blake's left them. And honestly, I think that's the real reason why Yang was upset with Blake. Not because of what Adam did to her, but because Blake wasn't there when she needed her the most. I think Yang just really wanted Blake by her side after what Adam did to her, but the fact that she left is what really made her mad. Not that she lost her arm, but because her best friend wasn't there when she needed her the most. And so Blake's parents used to upon them the same way Sun did earlier, and so now we know exactly what's going to happen on Haven. Adam plans to overthrow the current leader of the White Fang and take his place, and then he's going to mount the attack on Haven Academy. So the White Fang is going to target Haven again. And Sun wants to destroy the White Fang, but Blake says no, they're going to take it back instead. So Blake wants to return the White Fang to the way it used to be before their new leader took over. So Adam is not the new leader after all. Somebody else is the new leader, and we still don't know who that is. I doubt we'll see it in the next episode, maybe for next time. And finally, Bren and Nora arrived back in the town where Ruby and John were, and suddenly the same Grim that attacked their hometown showed up. The Grim was on the archer Grim that was riding a wolf. The head looked pretty scary, and that was good for Grim, and yeah. So now the Grim that attacked his hometown has come back again, and now they had to fire it off. So I guess that's what's going to happen in the season finale, or in the volume finale rather. So yeah, overall it seemed like this season, like it just been like taking a breather from all the stuff that's happened. Like it seemed like the whole volume has just been allowing the characters to like just take it easy and try to recover from what's happened. Like it's already been a few months since they left for Haven, and they still haven't made it there yet. And also they'll make it there until maybe next season or something. But yeah. So if I had to wait a whole year and I had to wait and watch this weekly, then I'd feel pretty upset at how this ended. But because I'm watching it as I go along, I can kind of understand. But yeah, if I was watching this weekly and I had to wait like so many months for it to come out, I'd probably feel disappointed at the lack of progress that we eventually got. But on the upside, I kind of appreciate that they're taking the time to actually appreciate how the characters have been feeling since the fall of Beacon and how they're going about it. I would have preferred a bit more progress, but that doesn't mean the progress we got is bad. It just, there was not enough of it. I mentioned this before, but because there were all four characters together, there was not many stories to focus on, and they didn't have to keep cutting back and forth, and they were able to make a lot more progress. But now, since they split them up, they had to do four different stories and show each of them, and yeah, so sometimes there's not enough time in an episode for that, and they have to split it up, like only show two or one per episode, because if they show all four, then they can't get much done. Okay, but enough of that. So, the Grim that attacked Brennan Norris' hometown has come back, and Team Ranger had to fight that. Voice has successfully snuck out of her house and is now going to make a trip to Bristol. Yang is also setting out. She painted her arm and is taking out her bike, and she's going somewhere. And Blake and Sun are now want to take back the White Fang. So it seems like all four girls are now headed to Bristol. I don't know about Yang though. So it seems like they're all done with their healing and stuff, and they're all set to meet up together, and maybe they can stop the attack on Haven before Haven falls too. The fall on Beacon was a tragedy that shouldn't happen again, but maybe they can stop Haven from suffering the same fate. And Sun can finally go back and reunite with his team also. So they're going to go and try and change the White Fang and take it back. But I doubt that's going to happen in the next episode. Next, they'll just be preparing for that and tying up some loose ends. So I assume that we won't be getting into Haven until Volume 5. Okay. Next time is the finale to Volume 4, so let's see how that turns out. Yeah, I know I was a bit all over the place, but I just want to share some thoughts on how I've been feeling about the volume so far. I got everything that happened. I'm interested to see what the finale will be like, so let's find out. My reaction is now done.